Welcome to another relaxing June commute. Today's highlights include a driver performing a U-turn that felt more like a live-action hazard perception exam. We also meet a couple of lady cyclists who decided the middle of the cycle lane was perfect for a casual chat, proving that common sense is rarer than a working indicator. And I was almost despawned a couple of times, though I'm fairly sure that wasn't in the patch notes. So buckle up, or in my case, strap on a helmet, and enjoy the latest episode of How Is This Still Legal? Here we see a cyclist carefully crossing the A46, and a driver demonstrating just how little a human life is worth compared to maintaining their top speed. That pass was so close the bike's back wheel nearly got drafted into the afterlife. Courtesy clearly didn't make it into their driving manual. A near-death experience occurred this morning. The co-pilot almost didn't make it. It was like a scene from Final Destination, but without the exploding lock truck. Fortunately, the braking system works, and the cyclist is still alive. The driver has a new appreciation for the road and avoiding death. Another peaceful commute, starting off fairly ordinary, traffic behaving, cyclists rolling along, nothing too dramatic. But patience is never fashionable, especially at junctions. Watch closely as this cab driver decides that rules are optional, indicators are decorative, and that the middle of the road is the perfect stage for a three-point performance. And there it is, a U-turn straight into the path of a cyclist, executed with all the grace of a drunk ballerina. No hesitation, no awareness. Textbook cab driving, really. Why wait when you can nearly cause an accident instead? Public service announcement, indicators are old-fashioned, and the modern driver prefers a more personal touch. Why signal when you can simply swerve across a cyclist's path and then offer a friendly wave out the window? It's quick, it's casual, and it really says, I know I almost hit you, but let's just pretend we're friends. Remember folks, on today's roads, a wave is apparently as good as road safety. Here comes a driver who just cannot wait. They squeeze past without taking the full lane, only to end up exactly where I am, stuck at a red light. But patience isn't in their vocabulary. As the lights change, they dart around the car in front, cut it up, and dive straight back into the left lane. All that risk, and for what? Absolutely nothing. And here we have a masterclass in cycle path etiquette, the art of cutting directly into oncoming traffic without so much as a glance. Notice how she commits fully, like a matador stepping into the ring, except I'm the bull, and apparently the red flag is my existence. A sharp break, a close pass, and suddenly we're reenacting a near-death tango. Remember folks, sharing is caring, unless it's the cycle lane. School kids running in front of traffic, rather than using the crossing right next to them. It's that time of day again, I suppose. This is another public service announcement. This time for anyone still wondering why cyclists filter. No, it's not to irritate you personally, though judging by the glares, you'd think we'd made it our life's mission. It's actually about efficiency. While you're stuck idling in a rolling car park, we get to move forward, silently, cleanly, and without burning through a tank of petrol just to advance 10 feet. Filtering is completely legal, though many drivers react as if we've just broken into their homes. The truth is, it's the only real perk cyclists get: no air conditioning, no cup holders, no crash protection, but yes, we can slip past you up to a red light and save ourselves a little time, and a lot of second-hand smoke. Think of it this way, every cyclist who filters ahead is one less person clogging up the lane behind you. So really, we're not cutting in, we're providing a free public service. You're welcome. Up ahead, the cycle lane reveals its latest obstacle, not traffic, or construction, but two cyclists who've decided the middle of the path is the perfect place for a social hour. stationary, facing opposite directions, chatting away as if physics and other people don't exist. On the left, a pedestrian claims the footpath, leaving me the delicate task of threading the needle without turning this into a three-way collision. From the rear camera, you see the aftermath, me weaving through, muttering curses, and wondering if cycle lanes are secretly designed as meeting rooms. From nowhere, a small child bursts into a sprint beside the cycle lane, convinced it's sports day. I'm not in the mood for sports practice as I'm on my way home. I keep rolling, he runs out of steam and waits for Mum while I claim an uncontested victory. Eyes left, ladies and gentlemen. We will get a better look in a moment. Rolling down the streets of Lincoln, this vintage beauty seems to have stepped straight out of a classic film. Its sleek lines and polished chrome glint in the sunlight, a reminder of a time when cars were as much about elegance as speed. Every turn of the wheel echoes an era of style and sophistication, evoking memories of old-world charm and cinematic moments. The subtle curve of its fenders, the intricate detailing of its grille, and the gentle sway as it moves all speak of craftsmanship that has long been forgotten. Whether it's the deep hum of its engine or the graceful glide along the road, this car carries the spirit of a bygone age, capturing the imagination of anyone lucky enough to witness it. In its presence, one cannot help but imagine the stories it could tell, the journeys through bustling streets, the whispered conversations of passengers, the quiet moments of reflection on endless country roads. It is more than a vehicle, it is a moving piece of history, alive with the echoes of a time when every car was a statement and every journey a memory. Two pigeons on a crosswalk, one's got the sense to leave early. The other? Let's just say it likes living on the edge, until the cyclist says hello. Behold, a man on a tricycle. Not just a tricycle, but a vessel of pure audacity, claiming the pedestrian path as if it were the throne of some tiny, bizarre empire. The cycle lane? Irrelevant. Rules of the road? Optional. And yes, he's wearing pajamas. Nightwear. Perhaps he's just emerged from a dream, or perhaps he's actively challenging the universe's sense of decency. Our cyclist approaches, expecting logic, expecting speed, expecting a normal world. Instead, he encounters this wheeled enigma, a spectacle of defiance, confusion, and existential dread on three spinning wheels. Life, it seems, has no respect for timetables, attire, or sanity. And that concludes another June adventure in two-wheeled survival. We had it all, cars grazing past me like they were trying to exfoliate my elbows, the U-turn so sharp it could have been choreographed, and cyclists proving that the best place for a group chat is exactly where everyone else is trying to ride. Let's not forget my near despawnings, proof that I might not have extra lives, but I do have decent brakes. And of course, the grand finale, being cut up by a fellow cyclist who clearly believes lanes are optional. So thanks for joining me on this masterclass in chaos. Same time next ride, assuming I haven't finally been patched out of existence.